Okay students, now we are going to discuss our second lesson, and our second lesson title is respiration. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about the different types of gases and the process of respiration, how the gases exchange will be take place in the plants and animals. All we are going to discuss in this lesson. But before going to discuss about all this, first we have to know what is a respiration. For the respiration definition, I wrote one definition on the board, and the definition is the process of breaking down food material to liberate the energy. Means that process we call as a respiration. So here some of the words I underlined in the sentence. What are the words I underlined? Means breaking down food material to liberate. Liberate means to release the energy. Means that process we call as a respiration. We call as a respiration. So here if you want to know very well, if you want to define very well definition for the respiration, means here we have to recollect our first lesson once again. So in our first lesson, what are the concepts we are seeing there? Means we are seeing about the photosynthesis, about the human digestive system we is seen there. So in the human digestive system we are know the digestion process. In the digestion process, at the end of the digestive system, what are we are getting? What we are getting is we are getting the simple molecules. In the end of the human digestive system, we are getting the simple molecules. For example, here for the simple molecules I wrote as a glucose. Here I wrote as a glucose. So you know that how the simple molecules are glucose, how they will be absorbed, means you know that. For example, if you take our small intestine walls, will be some of the cells are modified into small finger-like projections, and we are calling them as a villi. So here this villi, when it will be food, when the food material will be traveled through the small intestine tank, these villi will be absorbed those nutrients. When it will be absorbed after, here in the small intestine backside we can able to see the blood vessel will be presented. So whatever the simple molecules are absorbed, all these simple molecules will be come and mixed with the blood. So when the simple molecules are mixed with the blood after, these simple molecules will be transported to the all over the body. So in our body we are see the different tissues are presented, and all these tissues are doing at different functions. For example, if you see my present condition here, what I am doing is I am writing on the board. So when I am writing on the board means what I want here I am using my palm. So here my palm want to work means what they require the energy. So here whatever the tissues are presented in my palm, those tissues are required the energy. Means that energy how it will be liberated means by the help of glucose. But this glucose how it will be reaching to the tissues means through the blood onwards. So when the glucose will be reaches to the tissues, where the energy will be required, there the glucose will be transported. When there is the glucose will be transported, glucose means simple molecule. So when the glucose will be reaches to the tissues after, they are not directly liberate the energy to us. For example, if you see the glucose reaches to the tissues only, but here they are not liberate the energy. So when the glucose want to liberate the energy means this glucose must and should react with the oxygen molecule. When it will be reacts with the oxygen molecule only, this glucose will be liberate the energy. This glucose will be liberate the energy. So here that's why I wrote a definition as in breaking down. Breaking down means here the glucose breaking down food material. Breaking down food material means here the glucose molecule will be breaking down by the help of the oxygen, and it will be liberate the energy. And here the oxygen, how it will be acquired? By the process of respiration. So when the oxygen will be reacts with the glucose means then only the glucose can able to liberate the energy. So here energy as a chemical way, we are given a one structure or chemical compound for them, and that chemical wise we are calling the energy as an ATP. We are called as an ATP. What is the ATP? Means adenosine triphosphate. You know that in the first lesson we already discussed it. So here if you see means whatever the food components are absorbed in the villi, those food components means are actually simple molecule, and simply I wrote as in a glucose. So those glucose will be reaches to the tissues after, there it will be reacts with the oxygen and it will be liberate the energy. So then only we can able to do the any work. So this total process we are called as a respiration. We are called as a respiration. So this is all about the definition of respiration. Definition of the respiration means the process of breaking down food material to liberate the energy, means that process is called as a respiration. How it will be done means the simple molecules, when it will be reacts with the oxygen molecules, means it will be liberate the energy. At the same time they will be that energy we are in the form of a chemical wise calling as an ATP. And this process only, in this process only, they are liberating some other components also, carbon dioxide also. So when the glucose reacts with the oxygen, it is not only liberating the energy, it will be liberate the carbon dioxide also. So at the same time it will be liberate the a little amount of heat also. It will be liberate the heat also. And this complete process we are called as a respiration. Now we can know the what is a respiration. And now we have to discuss about the how these gases will be discovered. Okay students, until now we see that what is a respiration. Now we are going to discuss about the discovery of gases, how they are discovered. For example, if you take air, means in the air we can able to see that different types of gases are presented. And what are the gases we can able to see in the air, means we can able to see the carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, argon, krypton, noble gases we can able to see. So out of all these gases we are here going to discuss only two gases only. What are the gases we are going to discuss in this lesson means carbon dioxide and oxygen, how they are discovered. Actually nowadays we have an idea what are the gases are present in the air. But if you take the before 18th century, nobody don't know that what are the gases are present in the air. After the 18th century, by the help of the Lavoisier and Priestley experiments only, we know that what are the gases are presented in the air. And before 18th century, the people have an idea only the air is a mixture of gases, but they don't know that what gases are presented there. So here if you see the respiration board, this respiration board we are taken from the which language onwards? Which language onwards we are taken the respiration, means the respiration board we are taken from the Latin language onwards. From the which language onwards we are taken? Latin language. Most of our science words are taken from the Latin language onwards. So in the Latin language the respiration we called as a respire. We called as a respire. Actually what is the meaning of the respire? What is the meaning of the respire? Means the respire meaning is in a breathing. What is the meaning of the respire? Breathing. So here in our daily life also we are using this respiration and breathing as a simultaneously. But if you take these two words, means they have a lot of difference between them. Actually if you see the daily life only, we are using these two words as a simultaneously. Sometimes we are calling as a respiration, sometimes we are as a breathing also. But these two words they have a lot of difference between them. And what is the difference between them is, for example, if you take the breathing, means the breathing will be involved with the two processes. What are the processes are involved in the breathing means, here in the breathing we can able to see the inhalation process will be done, and at the same time we can able to see the exhalation also. We can able to see the exhalation also. In the breathing we can able to see the two processes. And what are those means? Inhalation and exhalation. What is the inhalation? They only have, in the name only have inhalation. It will be taking a breathe. Taking air into your body. So when we are taking air means that process we call as an inhalation. So at the same time when your inhalation will be done, after what we are doing? We are releasing the air into the outside. So if you are releasing the air into the outside means we are called as an exhalation. So inhalation means taking air, exhalation means releasing air into the outside. So here these two processes together we call as a breathing. But what is the respiration means? Here in between the inhalation and exhalation, there is some other process will be done. For example, when we are inhalated, when we are taking air into our body, what will be happen? In the air, some of the oxygen will be captured our body. So already we defined the what is the respiration means, some of the oxygen will be taken and that oxygen will be react with the glucose. And what they will be done? It will be liberate the energy. And in that process only carbon dioxide will be released. So that carbon dioxide through the exhalation process onwards it will be released into the outside. So in the middle inhalation and exhalation there is one more process here, respiration. If you take the respiration means here in this respiration we can able to see the some more steps are involved. So here if you see the breathing and respiration not be same. So here breathing is actually they are using as a simultaneous only, but they have a lot of difference between them. In the breathing process we are seeing the two steps. What are the steps we are seeing is inhalation, taking a air into the body. Exhalation means we are releasing. These two steps only we call as a breathing. But in between the inhalation and exhalation there is a respiration. There will be glucose will be reacts with the oxygen. Where it will be done? At the place of tissue. Tissues will be made up of cells. So that's why we are calling that one as a cellular respiration. So here if you see the respiration process, additionally they contain the some other processes are involved. All those together called in a respiration. So before 14th century, here we going to discuss some of the historical background. Before 14th century, nobody don't know that what is a respiration. At that time we are taking a respiration word means the respiration process means they simply believed there will be involved the two processes. What are the two processes are involved means it will be involving the passage of air. Passage of air means how it will be going on. The air will be going on into the inside of the body. They will be believed that inhalation and exhalation process are going on. They know that one only, and they don't know that here the oxygen will be reacts with the glucose molecule and it will be liberating energy. They don't know that. Simply they know that only inhalation and exhalation process. Breathe in and breathe out. They know those two only. At the same time they know the additional one more point. They can able to liberate the heat. So they are believed that actually if you take they have some observation they are taken the one lived person and one dead person. So when you are taking a lived person means they can able to touch and they can absorb their body means they are having some heat in them. If you take your body and if you absorb the any you have to ask the any other person to absorb your body skin means when they put their palm on the skin means they can able to identify that some heat will be absorbed. They notice that one. At the same time, who are died, those members body heat absorbing, they are having very cool. So they notice that one. So who are respect, those members can able to liberate the heat. Who are died, those members cannot liberate the heat. So that's why they are defined that in the 14th century, the respiration process means here they are involved the two steps only. One is involving the passage of air and the one is production of heat. So here we are going to discuss how the gases will be discovered. So here before going to discovery of gases, here I define that what is a respiration. At the same time I have given a difference between respiration and breathing. So here the respiration word from the which language we are onwards we are taken means here we are taken from the Latin language onwards. In the Latin language we are called the respiration as a respire, and what is the meaning of the respire means the meaning of the respire is a breathing. Here in the breathing, how many steps are involved? Only two only. Actually, the breathing and respiration not be same. So here in the breathing, we can able to see what are the steps we can able to see means inhalation and exhalation. These two together called as a breathing. But additionally, the respiration will be contain one more step. What is that one means? In the middle of inhalation and exhalation, there will be breaking down of food material and liberating the energy. All those together called as a respiration. So here in the 14th century, before nobody don't know that what is the respiration. Actually, in that time, those people are believed that here the involving of passage of air. Passage of air means inhalation process and exhalation process. And here they will be liberating the heat also. But after the 18th century, when the 18th century will be step on our human beings, in that time onwards, the scientific experiments will be going on very high. In that time, there is a two scientists will be came, and those two scientists names as a Priestley and Lavoisier. One is the person name is a Priestley, and the one is a Lavoisier. These two members have done a very tremendous work in our science, and they will be given a pathway for the discovery of gases also. So here the Priestley already know that about the Priestley and Lavoisier. We already discussed about them. Where we are discussed about these two persons means we are discussed about these two persons in the first lesson. So there we have done a one bell jar experiment. Here we taken a one bell jar, and a bell jar means there is a one glass. It will be having the shape of a bell. And after that it was put it on the table. Put it on the table after what we did? One candle, one mice and mint plant we kept. And the Priestley, what he was concluded means, the Priestley was concluded that the animals and burning things will be make the impure. Make the impure means what gas? CO2 will be making impure of our air. But when you are taken the Priestley given one more conclusion also, the plants will be make them as a pure. How they will be making them as a pure means here the plants will be liberate. They can able to release the oxygen. So after the Priestley, after there is some other experiments will be done by the Lavoisier. And what he was done now we can discuss it. Okay students, in the 18th century, Priestley and Lavoisier, they both are done a lot of experiments and they are proved that there is some gases will be present in the air. And they will be paved the pathway for the discovery of new gases also. So here the Priestley, by the help of the bell jar experiment, he was proved that plants are purify the air means animals and burnings will be impurify the air. So later what happened is the Lavoisier also proved that there is a two processes are involved in the respiration. And what are the two processes means, you know that inhalation and exhalation. So he was done by the different experiments, he was proved that there is a two processes are present in the respiration. I mean, what are the experiments he was done means, he was first taken a one bowl and that bowl was contained the lime water, it was contained the lime water. And after that what he was did means, he was taken a one bell jar, he was taken a one bell jar. I mean, why we are calling them as a bell jar means, you know that it was having the shape of a bell and it's a glass one. So after that what he was did means, he was inside of the bell jar, he was kept at the some charcoal, he was kept at the some charcoal, he was kept the some charcoal and he was made them to burn. He was make them to burn means what happened, when you are any object burn means it will be liberated the gas. Now you know that which gas was liberated. For example, you have to take a one paper and you have to burn it means what happened, it will be releasing the some smoke and that smoke was absolutely contain the carbon dioxide. Now we know that, but in that time don't know. So here the charcoal burning time some gas will be liberated. So that gas what happened is, it was reacts with the lime water. And when it will be reacts with the lime water, after the lime water will be turned into milky white. Milky white it was formed. I mean, if you take the lime water means, actually this lime water will be very transparent in color in the beginning. But when the lime water reacts with the carbon dioxide, it will be turned into milky white. It will be turned into milky white. So here when the lime water will be turned into milky white means, we can able to know that this lime water was reacts with the carbon dioxide. If the lime water was not reacts with the carbon dioxide means, it was remain in the same position. But when the lime water reacts with the carbon dioxide means, it will be form the milky white. Similarly here also he was taken a bowl with the lime water means, on the bowl he was kept the some bell jar. Inside of the bell jar he was kept the some charcoal means, that charcoal he was made it as a burn. When it was burning time some gas it was liberated. Which gas? Now we know that carbon dioxide, that one. But in the beginning we don't know that what gas it was liberating. So when this gas liberated, after this liberated gas was combined, I mean it was react with the lime water and it will be form the whitish color. So which gas will be liberating in the burning process? That burning releasing gas was, he was named them as a fixed air. He was named to them as a fixed air. That fixed air only now we are calling as a carbon dioxide. In the beginning we are not called the carbon dioxide as a carbon dioxide. In the beginning we are kept the carbon dioxide name as a fixed air. So when the any burning things will be, when they are burning, which gas they are liberating, that gas he was named them as a fixed air. He was named to them as a fixed air. So and then he was done the one more experiment. What experiment was done is, he was again taken one bowl. In this condition he was not taking any lime water now. So here again he was covered with the one bell jar. Okay. So inside of the bell jar he was now taken another component. In the beginning he was taken a charcoal. Now he was taken another component. What component he was taken means, he was taken the phosphorus. He was taken the phosphorus. So when he was taken a phosphorus inside of the bell jar, after he was again make them as a burn. But when it was burning time, it was reacts with the some other gas in the atmosphere. For example, here if you see means, this phosphorus want to burn means, there is a required some help to them. And which gas will be helping to them? That gas was named them as a vitiated air. He was named to them as a vitiated air. So here he was performed the two experiments. One experiment he was kept the charcoal and it was liberating gas, and which gas it was liberating, he was named to them as a fixed air. Gas liberating, which gas is liberating from the charcoal, I mean releasing, which gas releasing from the charcoal. At the same time he was done with the phosphorus. When the phosphorus burning time, they are also releasing the some gas, and that gas is a fixed air, you know that. But when this charcoal want to burn, for example you have to take the one paper, it will be burn means it will be releasing the carbon dioxide. But paper want to burn, any burning want to burn means, they are required the oxygen. Any burning things are want to burn means, they require the oxygen, then only they can burn. Without oxygen they cannot burn. Similarly, if you take the phosphorus means, this phosphorus when it will be burning time, he was believed that some gas inside of the air, I mean inside of the bell jar, it was helping to the phosphorus in the burning process. and which gas will be helping in the burning process, he was named to them as a vitiated air. He was named to them as a vitiated air. Which gas is helping to the burning process? He was named to them as a vitiated air. Which gas is releasing from the burning process? He was named to them as a fixed air. Simply want to conclude it means, if you want to take the charcoal, it want to burn means vitiated air was required. When it will be burning time, releasing was fixed air. Similarly here also phosphorus want to burn means when it will be burning time, releasing was fixed air. Similarly here also phosphorus want to burn means they require the vitiated air. When it will be burning time, which gas was liberating means it was liberating the fixed air. So here you was thought that in the process of burning it will be oxygen will be helping means carbon dioxide will be releasing. So in the beginning the carbon dioxide we are called as a fixed air and oxygen we are called as a vitiated air. Why we are calling as a vitiated air means vital air, important air. Here the oxygen is required to our body. That's why we are called as a vitiated air. So here he was performed these two experiments after he was proved that there is a two gases are involved in our respiration process. Two gases. What are the gases are means one is a fixed air. Which air was liberating in the charcoal burning time, which gas is liberating, that gas only we are releasing exhalation time, that one is a carbon dioxide. Similarly it was proved one more also, which gas was helping in the burning process, that gas only we are taking inside. So and up to this time, up to this experiment, nobody don't know that actually what experiment, I mean what gases we are taking, what gases we are releasing. But by the help of this experiment, he was proved that which gas is liberated in the burning process, that gas we are releasing out, and which gas we are taking inside, that gas is helping in the burning process. And that gas he was named to them as a vitiated air. He was named to them as a vitiated air. So these are the discovery of gases and how they are discovered. Actually there is some other process, I mean some more explanation also given by him, and that one I will explain it to you. So here if you see the one person you have to take it, and when you are taking the person, when you was releasing air, I mean when you was breathe out time, which gas we are liberated, in that, I mean when you are breathe out means I mean accelerated, now I am releasing some air in the outside. For example that gas, this one, okay, you have to believe like that. So which gas we are releasing in the outside, in that gas there is a 1/6 portion of that air will be contain the fixed air. That air will be contain the fixed air. Fixed air means carbon dioxide. What gas we are releasing into the outside, in that air 1/6 portion of air will be contain carbon dioxide. Out of 6 portions, 1 portion was contained, the 1/6 portion was contained the carbon dioxide fixed air. So this fixed air, what they will be done means it will be change the combination of gases in the atmosphere. For example, if you want to make them to pure, means what you have to do? Here we have to add the same amount of vitiated air into this one. I mean 1/6 portion of vitiated air we have to add it to this outside. I mean which gas we are liberated, that gas we have added means it will be converted into pure. So when you are adding time, what happens? 1/6 portion vitiated air added means 1/6 portion of air we have to take them into the outside. So these are the experiments was done by the Lavoisier. So here what we are discussed until now means, here we are discussed about the respiration process, and the respiration means it was word taken from the Latin language. In the Latin language we are called the respiration as in a respire, I mean it means is in a breathing. So breathing means here they are involved with the two process. Actually respiration and breathing we are using as in simultaneously only, but they have a lot of difference between them. So if you take the breathing means inhalation and exhalation, but the respiration in between the inhalation and exhalation, in the middle they have a cellular respiration, I mean energy releasing process. They are not be same, they have a lot of difference between them. But before 14th century, the people don't know about the what is the respiration and remaining things. In that time the people are believed the respiration is only involved the two steps. What are the two steps means? Involving the passage of air. Involving the passage of air means inhalation and exhalation. They know only those ones. And in the same time they additionally know the one more point, production of heat. And after that 18th century, Priestley by the Belger experiment, what he was done you know that. So after that Lavoisier, by the help of these experiments he was proved that there is a two gases are involved in the involved in the respiration. One is a fixed air and which gas we are releasing into the outside. So by the charcoal experiment. So here any burning things, anything was burning time, it was liberating the some gas. I mean what gas was liberating in the burning time, that gas we are called as a fixed air. And that gas only we called as a fixed air. And that gas only we are exhalating also. I mean we are releasing out. At the same time he was burned the phosphorus. When he was burned the phosphorus, here the phosphorus want to burn means they are required the some gas in the air. And that gas we are called as an oxygen now, but in the beginning we called as a vitiated air. And that gas only we are taking into inside. So he, by the help of them he was proved. And he has additionally given one more point, and that one is not required for your examination point of view, but when you are reading textbook time little bit you will be confused, but that's why I am saying that. So here what gas was liberated, I mean what the gases are was liberated, out of all those gases 1/6 portion was contained in the fixed air. I mean CO2 was presented. For your understanding I will make it as an easy. So what gases we are releasing, out of all those 1/6 portion was contained in the carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide what they will be doing means it was making the impurify the our air. So if you want to make them to pure, what we have to do means here 1/6 portion will be impurified. So that's why what we doing means 1/6 portion of carbon dioxide we have to remove from that gases onwards. So when you are removed after whatever there is an empty space. So for that empty space what we done means 1/6 portion of oxygen added means it will be turned into pure. So this is about the discovery of gases. So now we are going to discuss about the different types of the respiration. Then we go on to the structure of human respiratory system.